Happier podcast, free on Apple Podcasts.
ABC News honored winner for the second straight year with the Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television. ABC News, America's #1 news source. Friday nights, 9/8 Central. True crime, cinematic, real-life drama, stunning, the unthinkable. Follow the clues, The Hunt, True Crime, 2020. Friday nights, 9/8 Central on ABC.
The reality is our country can collapse from within.
You see the white power movement on the march. You will not replace us! Klansmen and neo-Nazis, skinheads, it's meant to incite war.
From the KKK to Oklahoma City to Charlottesville, the new documentary event special.
We just need to start talking about race.
Homegrown Hate, The War Among Us.
This is a real wake-up call.
Streaming now on ABC News Live.
Now, when it matters most, the straightforward facts. ABC News is America's #1 news. Good Morning America, #1 in the morning, 9 years running. World News Tonight with David Muir, #1 in the evening with America's most watched newscast. 2020, the #1 news magazine on Friday nights. The View, the #1 daytime talk show. And ABC News Live, #1 in streaming news. ABC News is America's #1 news.
Maintaining a healthy weight can be important for your overall health and especially for your heart. Researchers with the American Heart Association found that having a large waist and carrying more weight in the belly was associated with higher risk of having heart disease. And even when not obese, overall, having a larger waist size does increase your risk for heart disease and death by heart attack. Those who were obese had lower risk if they had a smaller waist. So what can you do to lower your risk of heart disease? While losing weight through exercise and diet did not decrease risk, in general, leading a healthy lifestyle is important to preventing weight gain in the belly. A healthy lifestyle can also lower the levels of fats and sugar in your blood and lower your blood pressure. And you can also get regular checkups to have your waist measured to determine your risk for heart disease, which can help you get timely treatment. With this Medical Minute, I'm Faith Abube, ABC News.
ABC News, straightforward.
They're not real, but they've never looked more lifelike. They can be fun, sometimes a bit scary, oftentimes beautiful. Camera filters powered by augmented reality, or AR, at the fingertips of millions, able to give us that polished look. Some now asking, are filters creating a warped standard of beauty? Recently, a Kardashian family controversy sparked a national conversation. A non-filtered photo of Khloe Kardashian leaked to the public. Then the predictable pattern of harsh critiques and comments followed. Days later, Khloe took to Instagram Live, showing off her body while lamenting the pressure she felt to always look a certain way online.
I have an opinion about Khloe Kardashian and the leaked bikini photo.
With nearly 500,000 followers, TikTok sensation Teffy is known for her unvarnished opinions and says she prides herself on keeping it real.
All right, this is filler, under eye filler, eyelash extensions. I am someone who grew up on the internet, and it totally skewed with my sense of confidence.
Do you think we've completely lost touch with what a real body and a real face actually look like?
I do feel like we're losing touch with what reality looks like, and it hurts me because I feel like reality is beautiful. If a cyborg is half human and half technology, I feel like we're already getting there to the point where we're expecting people to look as unhuman as possible.
The effects, even from some of the simplest filters, are astonishing.
These filters can go from the cute, the sweet, to the ridiculous, but are they creating a false sense of what we should actually look like?
Lenses and filters like these are available on most popular social media platforms, from Snapchat to Instagram. Users can now virtually apply makeup or enhance their appearance.
I don't try to go over the top because I don't want to change so much.
Manuel, a top AR artist, went viral for his Grinch filter. But even with his quirky creations, this one called Patricia, His line of work also comes with pressure to meet a certain demand.
Sometimes I, follow, I'll say, the trend.
Social psychologist Aaron Vogel says beauty filters can be alienating and create a sense of unattainable perfection.
And getting used to seeing themselves that way because filters are so commonplace now.
Experts say what starts out making you feel good can end up being damaging to self-esteem.
We also get a self-esteem boost from other people's reactions.
The American Academy of Facial Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery cautions while beauty filters can be fun, they've also contributed to a surge in demand for cosmetic procedures. 62% of plastic surgeons reported their patients wanted to go under the knife because of dissatisfaction with their social media profile. 57% said their patients wanted to look better in selfies on social media. The association warns if the results don't match that of a beauty filter, it could trigger body dysmorphia.
I get a lot of young girls in my DMs, and by young, I mean like 13, 14, 15, that started to share with me they couldn't post a photo of themselves or a video to their Instagram stories or grid or anywhere on social media without a filter on.
We reached out to Snapchat, a leader in AR filters, to see if they had any guidelines for usage. The company saying it rejects any lenses that mimic cosmetic surgery. Facebook, which owns Instagram, telling ABC News, we know people may feel pressure to look a certain way on social media, so we ban effects that clearly promote eating disorders or that encourage potentially dangerous cosmetic surgery procedures.
If people see these filters on the phones, they're going to want to look like the standard that we see even on TV.
Even without filters, model Naomi is no stranger to fighting preconceived beauty standards. Last year, Instagram apologized for mistakenly flagging her semi-nude image because automatic censoring algorithms recognized her curvy body differently. In an industry known for airbrushing and touch-ups, she says putting these powerful tools in the hands of users as young as 13 can be a slippery slope.
They can just change whatever they want. You know what I mean? And just continue to change things. Yeah. So that's dangerous in that sense.
For Manuel, growing his platform means harnessing the opportunity to educate.
I'm able now to set the trend. And instead of having a beauty filter, now we're going to have this learning filter, or we're going to have this game, or we're going to have this character.
Talk to your children. You cannot disregard that it is affecting other people and how it might affect the people that you love around you, but you just haven't talked to them about it. We can close the magazine and we can drive past the billboard, but we are on our phones all the time.
Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
With so much at stake, so much on the line, more Americans turn here than any other newscast. ABC News World News Tonight with David Muir.
We have made it through another week together.
America's #1 most watched newscast across all of television.
Admit it, these days, what you need to know
seems to change just about every day.
What is it that you really want to know, need to know?
To help you not just get through your day,
but to make the most of it. Feel smarter.
Feel better.
Feel happier.
Well, how about a third hour of Good Morning America in the afternoon?
GMA 3, what you need to know. Lunchtime at 1 Eastern, 12 Central and Pacific on ABC. It's all about you.
Friday nights, 9/8 Central. True crime, cinematic, real-life drama, stunning, the unthinkable. Follow the clues. The Hunt. True crime. 2020. Friday nights, 9/8 Central on ABC.
This is American history. A violent white mob, a brutal attack, 300 Black Americans killed right here in America. Now, it is time to uncover Tulsa's buried truth. The gripping story brought to light in a new podcast from ABC News. Available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app.
Live from ABC News in New York, this is Good Morning America.
And good morning, America. It's great to have you with us on this Saturday. Dan has the morning off, but we're happy to have Janae sitting at the desk with us.
Sitting extra close.
That's
too.
right. I know.
Really
I was going to say, no wonder Dan took the morning off. Yeah, exactly. Closer together here. But we do have a lot to cover this morning. President Biden continues his diplomacy tour in the UK as Queen Elizabeth officially celebrates her 95th birthday this morning with Trooping the Color.
The public celebration coming just one day after the Queen met with world leaders at the G7 royal reception, and one day before she holds a more formal meeting with President Biden at Windsor Castle.
It's day 2 of the G7 summit, and China is a big topic of conversation. ABC's Rachel Scott is there with the details. Rachel, good morning.
Janae, good morning. Jam-packed schedule here at the G7. Climate change, China, Russia, all on the agenda. But for President Biden, this is all about showing a united front with our allies ahead of that high-stakes meeting with Russian President Putin. This morning, world leaders arriving at a beach resort in Cornwall for day 2 of the G7 summit. Of solidarity with allies ahead of that high-stakes meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Mr. President, what's your message to Putin?
So you have to deliver it.
Overnight, Putin saying relations with the United States are at the lowest point in decades, calling Biden radically different from former President Donald Trump.
President Biden, of course, is radically different from Trump because President Biden is a career man, a different kind of person. And it is my great hope that, yes, there are some advantages, some disadvantages.
President Biden getting a boost from his allies before that Geneva summit, sharing elbow bumps and smiles face to face for the first time since the pandemic began. The Queen there too, bringing her wit to the world stage.
Are you supposed to be looking as if you're enjoying it?
Yes, definitely.
And inviting leaders to a reception at the country's famous biome. Biden now the 13th president to meet with the 95-year-old monarch. And the president taking it all in.
Everybody in the water.
Pushing to turn the page from Trump's America First policies, declaring the U.S. is back. That message appeared to be well received by allies.
Präsident hier dabei ist, Joe Biden.
German Chancellor Angela Merkel, who had a strained relationship with Trump, saying Biden stands for a commitment to partnership that was, quote, missing in recent years. And then there was this moment with French President Emmanuel Macron. The pair spotted arm in arm. Macron later tweeting, "Now that we are together, united, determined to make a difference, it's time to deliver." And today, President Biden is hoping to use some of that goodwill to convince our allies to take a stand against China's growing influence around the globe. And we are also learning more details about the president's meeting with Putin. That will be next week. They will come face to face in 2 separate sessions, and then the president will hold a press conference alone. Eva?
The world will be watching. Stay with ABC News for special coverage of President Biden's first trip overseas. David Muir heads up our special comprehensive coverage from Geneva starting Wednesday, right here on ABC.
In the meantime, the Justice Department's Inspector General is launching an investigation into allegations the Trump Justice Department subpoenaed House Democrats' phone records. ABC's Mary Alice Parks is at the DOJ with the latest. Mary Alice, good morning.
Good morning, Janae. At the heart of this is a question of whether the Trump Justice Department abused its power and tried to go after former President Trump's political rivals. Democrats are furious here. They want to know exactly why prosecutors in 2018 subpoenaed Apple for the personal records of 2 sitting Democratic members of Congress, Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell, plus the personal records of their staffs and families. Sources tell ABC News the probe at the time was to look into leaks of classified information, but investigators found nothing. Now, Schiff said the fact that the Inspector General here at the Department of Justice was looking into this was an important first step. Senate Judiciary Chair Dick Durbin also said that his committee was going to look at this. He said the news was shocking, an assault on the separation of powers, an appalling politicization of the Trump Justice Department. He said he was prepared to subpoena both former Attorneys General William Barr and Jeff Sessions if those 2 men refused to come testify. Now, yesterday, Barr said that he was not aware of these investigations, but still, guys, a lot of big questions here. And I imagine members of Congress are going to want to keep digging into this, and they're going to try to get people to come testify under oath.
Whit.
We'll be hearing a lot more about this in the days ahead. Mary Alice Parks, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Now to the latest on the pandemic. More cities are moving forward with reopening as the number of COVID cases nationwide falls. But some are concerned about a variant that's more than doubled in the U.S. in just the last week. ABC's Zareen Shaw is in Los Angeles with the latest. Zareen, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. We are just a few days away from California's June 15th reopening. Venues, restaurants, bars will all open at 100% capacity inside if they choose. And right here, patio seating will nearly double. Cities across the country reopening, but we're not in the clear yet. This morning, more cities taking major steps to reopen.
Get out of the house this summer and fully and safely and enjoy the events of the best city on the planet.
Overnight, Chicago lifting all capacity restrictions for bars, gyms, and large venues. No social distancing required. Wrigley Field calling their game opening day 2.0.
This is what it feels like to be 100%.
Bill Murray singing to the packed crowd.
For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out.
But the reopening coming ahead of a grim milestone. The country closing in on 600,000 deaths. The U.S. still averaging over 300 deaths daily.
I went through a month